Welcome back to Unleash the Player, football's realist podcast. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by a man who eats, sleeps, breathes, and dreams football, and more specifically, goals. A man who's been giving defenders sleepless nights for many, many years. A man who's had more changes in hairstyles than David Beckham, and a man who scored a crucial goal at Wembley last season to help his team to lift the FA Trophy. So I'm really excited to introduce you guys to my friend, my brother. It's the Bear. It's Marcus Dinanga. Marcus, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. Happy to be here, man.
How are you feeling about being on the show?
No, I'm happy, man. Happy. I want to see how I get on with the podcast. So, yeah, man. I'm a bit shy, but get into it and then I'll loosen up.
Nothing to be shy about. You're going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah,
you're in safe hands. Obviously, back in the Football League this season, back where you belong. How has it been for you?
So far, we played 4 games now. It's been good. It's different how I last experienced it. I feel more comfortable this time, and I feel like I belong there. So, it's been good, man. I've enjoyed it so far.
You say you feel more comfortable this time. You say a little bit more about
obviously the first time when I was there, I was 22, and coming on in games or starting games. When I did, I was more like nervous and stuff. So, and I just felt like I was more like I don't know, more like just grateful to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just happy to be there or whatever. So now it's like more of a, I wouldn't say cockiness, but more confidence, thinking, I deserve to be here, and if I'm playing, I deserve to play and stuff. No one's doing me a favor, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, I feel more comfortable now. I feel like it's the right time, probably the age as well, playing so many games after that, from being in the league and stuff at the start, and then getting back in there again. So, I feel like it's the right time in my career to kick on again.
Sure, and you worked very hard.
Definitely, man.
To be back.
Definitely ups and downs, but that's part of the game. So, yeah.
Sure, well done you. We'll come back to that in a minute. I want to ask you, who is Marcus Dinanga? 2 parts, the player and the human being.
Oh, that's a tricky one, actually. Who am I? I don't even know how to answer that. Just
start with the player then, if that's
the player. Hardworking. Being in the right place, right time, scoring goals. Never, selfish as well. Never really used to be for the team, but working what I've worked outside of football and stuff. I'm realizing, it just can't be all about me. Because I used to think I went all my career, most of it anyway, just think it's just all about me, which it is to an extent. So, and obviously now thinking about, it's not just about me, it's about the team as well. So being more of a team player, which I feel like I am now. So, yeah.
For sure.
And as a person, funny, bit cocky, but in a funny way, you know what I mean? You either like me or you don't. So, it can be serious sometimes as well when it needs to be. So, that's me.
The words real and authentic are coming to mind. You either like me or you don't.
Exactly.
That's pretty real as it comes.
Yeah. And obviously I've met players that don't like me. Just, it is what it is. But that really happens. So, either you get how I am with my banter and stuff, or you're a touchy person and you can't really, I won't really, joke around with you. So, yeah.
So the boys in the Bromley dressing room have got all that to to continue to look forward to.
Yeah,
this
I've
season.
gave them a few, hints and stuff. Some of them have taken it another way. Some of them, laughed it out. They're kind of understanding me now. But give it 6 months, everyone's in the building gonna know how I am. So yeah.
How would you say you're settling in with regards to that dynamic of the dressing room?
Good. As I said, I don't see myself. I used to see myself as one of the younger boys now. But obviously now, like, getting old and moving to Bromley, where you got more of a older head and stuff. So I'm more leaning towards that, being more of a senior player and stuff around the young boys. And yeah, so it kind of feels good to know that people kind of look up to me that way as well, with the young ones and stuff. So yeah, I feel like I'm fitting in well. Yeah.
2 questions come to mind. What have you learnt so far in your time at Bromley? And the other side of that, what have you taught? You mentioned that a lot of the guys look up to you almost like a mentor. So what have you learnt from the environment, from others, from players, from maybe the manager? And what knowledge have you been able to pass on to others to help and guide them?
Well, what I've learned from managers and stuff and staff, I think Bromley's more of a family, togetherness, type of team, and obviously the managers. I spoke to the manager, and it's all about hard working and stuff. So I knew I had to literally add that into my game, and it being the first thing that I do coming on the pitch and stuff. So and obviously the goals will come and stuff. So, and what I try to pass on to the players around me, I see some of the players lose their head because they're not in the squad and stuff. And obviously I've been there. And I just try to tell them, listen, just, we kind of be patient. We keep working hard and stuff. Just the basic things that you hear. But I try to break it down, in more detail. And obviously kind of tell them my experience and things like that. And I see how I can help them, through that situation that they're in. And I even tell them how I kind of ended up here, and through the lows and the highs and stuff. So I try to help them with, with just things I've gone through, really. Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing an incredible job.
I'm trying to. So yeah.
Yeah, certainly a fantastic addition to the football club, both on and off the pitch. And I'm sure they'll get to see more and more on the pitch.
Yeah, 100%.
As the season progresses.
Mm.
Sure. Excellent. I want to take you back.
Mm.
Where did it all begin for you in football? Where, how, why football?
How back are we gonna go? I don't know.
To the very start.
I didn't even like football, I'll be honest. I didn't like football when I was younger. I wanted to play basketball. My dad said no, so
that was the end of that.
Yeah, that was the end of that. He said, listen, let's be honest, you're not gonna be a basketball, like, you're not good enough. Which is kind of normal in my household. They'll just tell you how it is. And yeah, just my brothers and I were playing football. I got into it. Started as a winger. Then obviously I went to a few trials, didn't get in. Ended up signing for Warsaw. Was there for about 4 years. I got released at 16, didn't get my scholarship. Heartbroken in the car, me crying in the car with my dad and stuff. Then I went to exit trials. Ended up getting picked up by Burton Albion, signed for Burton Albion, got given a scholar. And I was there from 16 to, I think it was 20, 19, 20. 20. Yeah.
How try and convey the difference in feeling between when you're let go by Walsall. How does that feel as compared with when you then find your way at Burton Albion?
What
are you thinking when?
I think when I got released, I remember just thinking what I'm gonna do. Like, everyone got given kind of scholarships and stuff. And I spoke to the manager on I think it was on a Thursday, and he said to me, "So we got a game Friday, whatever, or Saturday. You do well in that, we'll give you a scholarship." And I did do well. As I said, I was a winger at the time. Scored, gave an assist and stuff. And then come to the decision, he just said, "No, we're not going to give you one." I was heartbroken, man, and sitting in the car thinking to myself, I'm going to have to go back to school and tell everyone, "Oh, I've been released," or I didn't get given my scholarship. So I remember going to school the next day, didn't say nothing. And I knew the exit trials was like a week after. I went to the exit trials. Within a week, got given my scholarship by Burton Albion, which is, I was lucky enough to get that. So, and yeah, then after I told everyone at school that I got released, and then I got a scholarship. So it had no space to kind of say anything.
Why did that matter to you so much?
Well, what other people thought?
What the boys at school thought?
I don't know. I always kind of felt like it was I cared what people think. You know what I mean? Obviously I wanted to have a scholarship. I didn't want to be working and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, I just didn't want people to be saying things. You know what I mean? You failed, or you done this, or you laugh. You want to laugh at me and stuff. Yeah, so I felt like I had to prove myself to them. And yeah, and I've always been that kid. Oh, he plays football, so you know, you go on day release and stuff, and then through missing all them days in school and not get nothing back at the end is it would have been tough, you know. So yeah, I was grateful to get a scholarship, and then from there, done my scholarship, and then got given a pro at, I think it was as 18. Only 3 of us got given pros out of like 8 players or 10 players, whatever it was. And yeah, I was one of the lucky few. But I kind of knew that because I knew that I scored goals, and obviously from a winger I became a striker, and I was scoring goals. So I knew that it's gonna come at some point. But it was still like, you still get that nerve thinking, what happens if you don't?
Yeah. What would have happened if you didn't?
I don't know. I don't know. And I didn't want to, let my family down and stuff as well. So, and my dad spent loads of his time dropping me to training and stuff, taking time off work, with all these day release and stuff. So, I didn't want to let my parents down and stuff. So, all the effort they put in just go to waste. And I think that's one of the things that kind of kept me going as well. With like, I just can't give up, because I've seen kids, my friends, just give up. And when I saw that they're coming in, getting driven to training, I'm getting to train sometimes, my mum and stuff. Then obviously they get given all these things, these new boots and all these luxury things and stuff, and I didn't get that. So, and for them to just throw it away and kind of like throw it at their parents' face, I'm not going to do it no more, I don't want to do it. I find that crazy. Yeah.
Arsene Wenger says, doesn't he? There's that quote: "It's the stamina of the motivation." How much do you want it, and for how long for will outweigh the intensity.
Yeah, I felt like there was never really it was not a space to say no, I don't want to do it. I think my parents never gave me that space to like, oh, you could just stop if you want. You know what I mean? And sometimes I had thoughts about, oh, how come I wish it was like that. You know what I mean? It was, oh, it's okay, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And I said, never had that safe place to say, oh, I don't want to do this no more. It's like you gotta do it, and if you don't do it, what else are you gonna do, and stuff. So football had to work for me.
Are you happy that you did it and that you carried on?
Definitely, man. Yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy that it kind of paid off at the end. And obviously I met good people on the way as well. But it's kind of hard because with football, like when you're playing football from 16 as a scholar, you lose all your friends. You know what I mean? And you just end up meeting your team becomes your friends. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I don't have many friends that don't play the sport. So it's like, it's kind of tough. So sometimes I do think about how my life would be if I had people like this, or if I was just like a normal person. So, but yeah. So obviously, yeah, from Burton, Scotland. Then obviously I went on loan, a couple of loans.
I want to ask you, what advice would you give to younger scholars right now who maybe have just been released last season? Because there's hundreds, thousands of kids all over the world, right, who want to become a footballer. What advice would you give to them right now for that, to that younger you that did get released at 16?
How much does it actually mean to you? That's it, really. It's just a question.
Yeah.
So if it means, because it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so because it meant so much to me, I just couldn't stop. So it all depends how much it really means to these people that got released, and is it, work is always going to be there. You know what I mean? And football is not always going to be there. It's a short period. So, do you want to just kind of not try and take a safe route and go to work, go do a course or whatever, or you actually want to take a risk and it might pay off, and if it pays off, I mean, the sky's the limit, innit? So yeah.
That's really wise words. You also said, be a footballer or be normal. Why are footballers not, why are they different from normal?
Because we think different. I think we think different from normal people as well. We have to like perform and you're living under pressure every day. So, and obviously normal people don't, you don't under pressure every day. Yeah, you can go to work, but when you leave work, that's it, it's gone. You know what I mean? You can put it away, but with football, you can't just switch it off. Especially with, as I say, with bad games, things that's been said at training or stuff, or things being said at games, and yeah, you're living in a bubble of rules and things that you have to obey and stuff. So yeah, and I just find it, the higher you go, the more you're added into that, the list of rules that you're gonna be living under.
Military like.
Yeah. And then you kind of put your emotions aside as well. You know, they kind of you don't teach you, but it's like you kind of grow with, my emotions don't really matter too much. You just got to get on with it because no one cares. You know what I mean? When you're on the pitch, no one cares about your emotions. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to learn to like maneuver that and work around it.
What happens to the human being though? You bottle up the emotion, you ignore the emotion, no one cares. At what point do you deal with it, look at it, process it?
As I say, it's not healthy to do that. And obviously at one point you're going to explode, but I think everyone just expecting or hoping that they explode when their career's finished. Yeah. That's when they can say, let it all out. But what happens if you actually let it out probably earlier? You know, kind of sort it out from early doors, maybe you would have been more happier, you know what I mean, and stuff. So, but people never really want to find that out. They just want to, let me hold it as long as possible. And then when I turn 40 or 30 or whatever, I can see someone about it or whatever and sort it out from there. So, yeah.
You've dealt with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done, you. You were going on to speak about your next loans, your next teams. Funnily enough, I've got a little game for you here. What do these dates mean to you? Okay. We're going to take you on a journey through your career, and how well do you know yourself and your football career?
I don't know about the dates, but go on, we can hit it. Let's try. Yeah.
Let's go. I had to do a lot of research.
Yeah. Okay.
Very specific. 2nd of January, 1998.
Birthday.
Very good. Thought I might catch you out on that
one.
I don't have a day, but the month of May 2016.
Oh. May 2016. And this is all football, yeah?
These are all football, other than the birthday.
May 2016.
Well, that could still be linked to football.
Oh, probably signed my first contract. Professional contract, yeah. Signed my pro, yeah.
That's probably
In the
about
summer,
now.
yeah, it would be that, yeah.
Very good. Okay. 10th of September 2016.
September.
10th of September 2016.
8
8 years ago. Almost to the day.
Is it my first loan? Or is it first goal? It must be one of them.
You're almost there. You're almost there. Think Matlock. Big moment.
Big moment. September. I think I was scoring from August, no?
How could you forget your first hat-trick in men's senior football?
Oh, nah, that's crazy. See, I would have, we could be here all day. I would have think. Yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah.
Do you remember it now?
I can't remember how the hat-trick went. I can't remember the hat-trick.
So it wasn't a perfect right foot, left foot header?
No, impossible. Yeah. I'll probably have to watch it on YouTube, but yeah.
It's up there, is it?
Yeah, it'll be there somewhere.
Our listeners can catch that.
Yeah.
18th of July, 2018.
2018. July.
18th of July, 2018.
Hartlepool. Signed for Hartlepool, yeah.
First day we met.
Okay.
One of the best days of your life?
Not quite, but I'll put it to the list. Oh, yeah.
Excellent. So we know each other 6 years. 30th of November, 2019. Another big moment.
2019.
30th of November, 2019.
Stevenage? No?
Not quite. You're not there yet. That's a year later.
Ooh. 2019.
Think, what do you do best in football?
Score goals. What?
Yeah, very good.
For who though? Telford? No. Telford?
I'll give you a clue. You didn't start the game.
And I came on, scored a hat-trick. Is that what, that game?
Yeah,
that's crazy. I remember that. I remember that hat-trick because it was not a regular thing, but yeah.
Second half hat-trick.
It was crazy.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, 3-2-1, yeah.
Were you guys 2-0 down?
Yeah.
Changed the game.
Changed the game. Crazy day, man.
Bear does what he does best. 22nd of September, 2020.
September.
22nd of September, 2020. You almost said it in the last.
First goal for Stevenage. Is that my first goal?
Goal on your debut for Stevenage. Yeah. Versus?
Was it Southampton? Yeah.
Which competition? Which competition?
I think it's Papa John's, isn't it?
Yeah, fellow trophy I've got here.
Yeah, I think it's Papa. Yeah, I think it was called Papa John's.
Remember the goal?
Oh, unbelievable! Outside the box, bent it, left foot. Go watch it, man.
Another one to watch.
Yeah,
another
really
one on YouTube.
Goal. Yeah, really good goal.
12th of October 2023.
October 2023.
12th of October 2023. Don't let the month maybe put you off.
October. Is it we start? No, we didn't start the thing.
No, we didn't start together. It's
October.
Not to do with the month of October, but this happened in October.
Oh. It's not to do with me.
It is to do with you, yeah.
To do with me.
It's all to do with you, of course.
In October? I don't remember that. Goal drought?
No.
No, I don't know.
These are positive.
Things, yeah? Okay, no, I don't know. October? No, I don't know.
12th of October 2023, Marcus Dinanga named National League Player of the Month for September.
Yeah.
Proud moment?
Proud moment, to be fair.
Excellent.
It was surprising. Yeah.
Why? Why surprising?
Because I never really looked into like Player of the Month. So when I got given that and they told me I got it, I was surprised. Yeah.
Happy?
Well, over the moon.
3rd of February 2024. Actually, again, linked to your previous answer as well. And what you're about to say as well.
But that's when we started, right?
It's your first league goal in 4 months against Southend.
What are you saying about that though? 4 months, it's a long time, you know.
Well, because it was the
It's
first.
a long time.
Because it was the first week that we started together.
Yeah, it's a long time. 4 months. I didn't know it was like 4 months.
Just had to.
I scored league goal, yes, but I did score in cup games and stuff. But I wanted a league goal, yeah.
You needed to sprinkle a bit of magic on you.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
26th of February, 2024.
26th Feb.
2024. So what's that? 6 months ago.
That's when. Is that no? Wait. What is this? February 2024.
It was all going. We started together in February. It was all going off in February.
Hat trick.
Very good.
Yeah,
Against
Oxford.
Nice.
I remember my hat tricks, man.
Very nice. Well, you didn't remember the one.
Yeah, but I know. But that was a long time ago when I was a kid.
Okay. 11th of May, 2024.
11th of May. Wembley.
What happened that day?
I scored my penalty to win the FA Trophy. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Excellent. We're going to come back to that in a minute. And finally, 4th of July, 2024.
Time for Wembley. Yeah.
Back in the Football League.
Mm-hmm.
Proud moment.
Proud moment, yeah. Back in, finally. After what, 3-4 years? So, it's Batman.
Perseverance, patience, grit, determination.
Flip everything.
Never
really.
say die.
Literally everything. It's been a journey, man, since that time. So, and if you look at it back then, if you told someone, oh, you know, he's gonna be back in there, they'd be like, no, he's in the stands. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so,
want to take you back to 11th of May, FA Trophy final.
mm-hmm.
Come off the bench, score your penalty. What's going through your mind? Stepping up to take the penalty, because you came on late in the game as well.
Mm-hmm. Nothing's going through my mind. Put the ball in the back of the net. That's all. There's nothing else. There's no, what I'm gonna have for dinner. What's gonna happen if I miss this? So imagine if we win. Nothing. We just go score your penalty and come back in, and that's it.
What did that? Oh, I mean, I asked you if you could bring in a couple of things, memorabilia, things that were meaningful for you. You found the shirt last minute, and in the meantime, I found the scarf that I bought the day that I actually came to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put that in a frame for you. What did that day mean to you personally, and what did that day mean to your Gateshead team that obviously had a difficult moment being in the playoffs and then being kicked out of the playoffs?
I think we got the least that we deserve. And I could see it when he went to penalties. I could see, I've a few doubts and players are getting a bit nervous and stuff. But I just came on, so I was like, now we're going to win this. I was telling everyone the same thing. We're going to win the game. Now we've gone to penalties. We're going to win the game. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I don't know, just that energy, like just, it's loads of positivity to get, to give the boys and stuff. So yeah, I had no doubt that we were gonna win the game. And for me, it was more, I knew that was my last game, because like it or not, you can't, you can't hit the numbers and not get yourself out of it, out that league. So I knew I was going to leave at one point, and I just wanted to leave the fans with something, and even for me to achieve something as well. I had all my family there and stuff, so and yeah, so it's, I was positive, man. I knew that we're gonna win the game, and we're gonna win this trophy and give it to the fans and stuff. So yeah.
Sounds like your energy and your belief was infectious.
That's the word I was looking for. Belief, yeah,
for sure. Out of all of these moments that we've been through and these dates and what we've been speaking about there at Wembley, or maybe not from all of these moments that we've discussed already, what would you say is the proudest moment of your career to date, and why?
Signing my first pro. I think, because I kept saying, I remember, because when I was younger, when I was like a scholar, and they started giving out pros, or we knew the pros are going to start giving it out soon. I remember I just kept saying I kept praying to God and stuff and saying, God, you do me this favor. Like, that's it. Like, I'll do the rest. You know what I mean? I'll take care of my whole career from now on, or whatever. You know what I mean? Just make sure I signed the pro. And I got given it. And obviously I didn't keep my promise, so because I still asked for more. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's probably the most important, because that kind of got my foot through the door. So, this should kind of put my name out there as well.
Incredible. That was the start of it all.
Uh-huh.
And you haven't looked back since.
Yeah.
Amazing. The shirts. Tell us a bit about the shirts and what it means to you.
I think it's just a club. It's a club. I think even just coming to Gateshead and then get given the number 9. From the get-go, they believed in me, and although at the time I was in a bad place, probably mentally or whatever, and them giving me the number 9 and stuff, and kind of showed me, they gave me that belief that I'm gonna do well. So now I'm gonna be the main man. So yeah, I think it just Gateshead. I don't have, the shirt is not really much, but just I think the club means more to me. So obviously they gave me the platform and they gave me the minutes that I needed. And yeah, and I gave them something back. So
you did the rest.
Yeah.
A marriage made in heaven. Like I said, because obviously you've just recently moved from Gateshead down to Bromley, and asked for you to bring the memorabilia, didn't have all your stuff available to you.
Yeah.
What else? What maybe 1 or 2 other things would you have brought that are meaningful from your career, from throughout your career? And why?
I'll probably say that even the match ball, the hat-trick ball.
Which one?
Against Oxford. Because obviously I went through a bad patch. Not scoring for 4 months, whatever it was. So, and obviously me scoring them 3 goals was like, it was massive for me. It's something that I needed as well. And it was like all this patience and all this work that I was doing kind of led to getting that ball at the end. And yeah, so probably the match ball.
Sounds like the ball is almost the end product and epitomizes everything that one has to go through as a football player. All the work, determination, again, patience, and just keep going to get to where you're supposed to be.
Exactly. It's all worth it at the end, man.
It's all worth it at the end. Anything else at all?
No, I'll keep it as that.
Okay, cool. And you're happy with the scarf?
Yeah.
And am I okay to keep that here when you leave, or are you going to want to take that with you?
What, the scarf?
Yeah.
You can keep it.
Okay, thank you. Will you sign it before? Thank you. Okay. Quick fire round.
Okay.
Best friend in football?
Ooh. In football?
Yeah.
I don't have a best friend in football.
Yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a best friend. My missus. That's my best friend.
That's good.
Yeah. I know she'll like that one as well.
She would like that for sure. Anyone you've seriously fallen out with in football?
Yeah. I don't want to name his name. Yeah. Burnt the bridge, yeah. Of course.
Maybe that's for you to come back at the end of your career in a few years' time, and we can ask the same question. Favorite manager?
Mike Williamson.
Least favorite manager?
Oh, I get in trouble, innit? I'll say, what's his name? The Hartlepool one.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. They've had a few, so we'll leave it.
Yeah.
Favorite club?
Gateshead.
Least favorite club?
Oh, I'll probably say Altrincham.
Okay. Favorite goal?
I don't have one, man.
Okay, all of them.
The all. Yeah, I don't have. I couldn't pick one.
Worst miss?
Oh, I've had some bad ones as well.
Are they on YouTube as well?
No, you won't find them. No, you won't find them. I don't know, man. I couldn't think of one. Probably just a penalty or something. That's probably the worst miss because it actually hurts. Yeah.
Well, you put that right at Wembley, didn't you?
Yeah. So,
favorite game that you've played in?
Wrexham away.
For who?
Altrincham. The fans and stuff. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Game to forget?
I don't have one.
You played that well in all of them?
No, I got bad ones, but there's not really one. I'll say I don't need to forget any, to be honest. So
learn from those ones.
Yeah, I don't have one I want to forget. No.
Best piece of advice that you've ever been given by a manager? So in football context.
Best advice
that's helped you as a player?
I don't think they ever gave me advice like that. Like for me to for it to actually like stay with me. I don't think nothing stood out.
Anything from a senior teammate or?
Well, managers have said like things. Well, it did actually say one thing actually. Football's not everything. So, yeah.
I think a lot of people need to hear that right now.
Yeah, football's not everything.
You can take a breath with that. Best piece of advice you've ever been given on a human level? It could be from a friend, family, missus.
Don't hold grudges, man. Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
Football idol growing up?
Eto'o.
Samuel Eto'o.
Yeah.
Excellent. Why are you a Chelsea fan?
My dad was a Chelsea fan. He's a Chelsea fan. So, yeah.
You had no choice.
Yeah. So,
the thing you're most proud of to date, not in football terms, but on a human level?
That I'm most proud of.
That you're most proud of? Maybe an act or behavior or something you've done to help someone else or?
I think probably just being kind to people. Yeah. That's what I'm proud of, actually. I'm kind to people. When people are not when you get people that are not kind to because how people look and stuff, and you kind of, I look at these people, think, it could be my brother, it could be my sister. You know what I mean? And stuff. So, yeah.
That's excellent. And Can you give an example of when you've used that kindness, even in a football context, maybe to help a younger player?
No, I don't think I've used that to. I don't know. I don't know if I've helped anyone or gave anyone advice that way.
Maybe they've had a tough game, or they've missed a chance, or you've been there as a support.
Yeah, yeah. I call him a friend of mine, Gateshead, and he was going through a tough time, and I used to speak to him about things, and he came to me and he was not playing and stuff. He's crying, and or he had a poor game, and I'll try to help him through. Kind of grab the positivity out of the games that he's done. Although he thought he had a poor game, but I don't think it was that bad. So,
How did that help him?
I think I was there to listen to him. I think that was the main thing for him. And obviously, again, me kind of telling him as well, I've been there, and stuff. I can relate to it, and yeah, I feel like he's taking the board and he's flying at the moment, so it's good. It's nice to see.
So how does that feel for you to have played, a pivotal role?
It feels really good because he rings me and tells me and stuff, and yeah, so, and I hopefully, when he gets older and stuff, and he can remember them times. And yeah,
sure,
yeah.
That's great stuff, and I wish there was more and more and more of that, especially within football, which obviously is a very competitive, sometimes toxic industry. So you're bringing the light. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and stress the importance of mental health and taking care of one's mental health, specifically in professional sports. If you're someone who's currently struggling with your mental health and even your performance, then head over to my website, www.unleashtheplayer.com, for more information on how I can help you to elevate your mental health and take your performance to the next level. We've spoken, you mentioned earlier, a lot of ups and downs. We've spoken about a lot of the ups. Some of your biggest struggles in football, what would you say you struggle the most with?
Being consistent in games. I feel like that. I feel like you get a lot of that in the positioning of if you're a striker and stuff. You're gonna have good game, you're gonna have bad game. If you don't score, some people say you have a bad game. But yeah, I think I'm just talking about by performances wise. Yeah. My performance just being a 7 minimum. That it needs to be every game, scoring and not scoring. Obviously, goals can just add it and bring it to a 9 or 10. So I kind of struggle with that. My performance is up and down and stuff.
What about other things that we know that go on within the game, not necessarily just only performance-wise?
Or managers and stuff. Yeah, relationship with managers. Yeah. Yeah, I've struggled with relationship with managers as a scholar.
Why? Why do you think?
Well, I think that's probably come down to the thing about when I said, either you like me or you don't. And just me being me, really. So from me being young and being a first year pro and managers not liking me, the first team manager's not liking me for no reason. And then from moving from there and going to other teams and stuff, and then you get assistant managers that like me, that kind of understands me, that kind of know how I am as a person and stuff. And you just get some people that just, I don't know, just they are the way they are. So,
how important do you think the relationship with the manager is?
It's big because if you want to play, you gotta have some type of relationship, some type of understanding. So, if you fall out with the manager, you're not gonna play because at the end of the day, it's his decision.
So how have you improved that over the years, would you say?
I think just speaking to them as well. And I think that's probably from working as well, like with you and stuff. So, and yeah, just, you know, if you got anything in mind and you want to talk to, because at the end of the day, they're just people as well. And people put them in a pedestal of these judges or gods or whatever. Yeah, they're just people. You can just go speak to them. Some of them, a lot of them have been players. So if you speak to them, they'll kind of understand you as well. So if you come with that type of mindset, I'm just gonna speak to you as another person, another human being. I can't see that going any wrong. But if you come with, you're trying to be a big time, or you're just gonna go left. So yeah,
I think it's such important information and knowledge and advice and wisdom that you're sharing there. And I think a lot of players, especially the younger players, need to hear that. There's a lot of younger players, especially ones I've spoken to. They think, well, you know, I'm 18, I can't go and speak to the manager, or you know, I've got to wait till I'm a senior player. But the way that you break it down, that is a human being, you're a human being. It's so important to try to build that kind of communication, that relationship, and build a relationship with the manager. It's only going to be a positive thing for both parties moving forward, as you found out. So you mentioned obviously working with me, brings me to our time together on Unleash the Player. Unleash the Player within obviously my signature program. What was your experience like us working together?
From the start, I think I said I was going for a bad patch. I actually didn't know. I remember, obviously, you said to me about, by the time we finish, you know, your mindset is going to be bulletproof. And that's what I wanted. That's all I needed to hear to, I mean, for me to kind of start the program with you. You know what I mean? And after all these things that you said, it's going to happen with, because I knew that there was one thing that's going to stop me, is my mindset with things. That I needed to change, because being inconsistent with games and stuff, it's not your ability, it's just in your mind, your whole preparation to things and stuff as well. It's everything. So I knew that I had to kind of work with my mind, so when it comes to the game and anything doesn't really affect me, and I just move on straight away with, you know, if something goes wrong, I just move on from it quickly. And I remember you were saying about, that's the difference with high-end athletes, they just snap out of it. You know what I mean? Bad pass is gone. But the lower you go, it's bad pass flipping out. You're saying things to yourself, and you bring yourself down and down and down, and it comes when you do it again, then you're out of the game and stuff. So yeah, I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, the more you broke it down to me and you explained things to me, and I wanted to see the things that you were saying to actually happen, and which it did. And that's why I am the way I am, well, the place that I am.
How close to bulletproof would you say that your mindset is now?
Bulletproof. Like, I know how to handle stuff. I mean, I'm not starting at the moment, but I know how to deal with it because I've been there. And we've been there at the time when it was happening. So you say it's deja vu, but, you know what I mean? It's like, I just, remember and recap back to the things that we was doing and stuff. And yeah, so it's like, there's not even any fear of, oh, what I'm going to do, I'm panicking and stuff. And it's not that. It's like, okay, I've been here before, and I know what I'm going to do. I know how to get out of it and stuff. And yeah, so.
Replace the fear.
Yeah.
with belief and trust
Mm.
in yourself and the situation.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful. Yeah.
No, but I get people thinking, oh, played. What are you gonna do? I'm thinking, oh, what you? I mean, everything's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? And I know what I'm doing. You know, I've been here. So I see in the past, not knowing what to do and just hoping, something will change and stuff, and not doing nothing about it. Yeah, you could say it brought a bit of fear and doubts and stuff. But now it's like I have no doubts. Yeah.
So it doesn't touch you. It doesn't affect
No.
your self-belief, your self-esteem.
No.
That's powerful.
Mm.
What would you say that you learnt as a player, and as a human being from us working together and from the program?
What I've learned as a player, that I'm more capable of doing things, that I'm more advanced now than I thought I would be, or that I can be, and stuff. More mature, and I just feel like more of an untouchable. And as a human being, I feel more connected to myself. Yeah, more connected with my emotions and stuff. And anything that I'm kind of feeling, that I could talk, I could talk to people and stuff, and yeah, so I'm more connected to myself that way.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible. The breath work and the meditation, how did that help you with regards to performance, mental health, overall well-being? What was your experience of that?
I think that played a massive part as well, because I said when you go back and you go look at the penalty with the breath work, now even when I'm watching games, I'm seeing players do the breath work. You know what I mean? With set pieces and little things like that. And I never used to think about it. I remember seeing Ronaldo. Ronaldo used to do it before. I never used to think, nothing of it. Now I'm thinking, now it's like, okay, this is why he's doing it. And now I'm understanding things like that. Yeah, and I think it just brings you back with, again, connecting and being in a moment. The breath works and stuff brings your focus to whatever you're doing at that time. So it's something I even do just even before bed or before games, when I'm in a change room, I'm about to go out or whatever, I'm about to come on. You know what I mean? And it kind of pushes bad thoughts, you know what I mean, and brings you in, and yeah, and just brings you in the moment, and then like just little things like that, you're kind of grateful of what you do and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. And of course, the present is a gift.
Exactly.
So stay in the present moment. Lastly, on Unleash the Player, why would you recommend other players to go through the journey that you've been through, to join me on the program? And what can they expect to achieve?
I think you can become, I think, as I said, you have to look at like every top athletes do it. I've done it, you know what I mean, where, as I said, I was in a bad place when I started doing it. And for me to come from where I was to be where I am now, it's not by luck. You know what I mean? You actually have to make it happen. And from the choices that I've made from going on a course with you, it's something that I'm always going to be grateful in, because I know that me, if I didn't do that, it just would have been another cycle, another season again, because I've done it. I've done another season with not changing anything. So I think with you is trying something that I never thought that it actually would help. And when you actually do it, you're thinking, why didn't I do this earlier? And I tell people that all the time, and I always preach it to players that tell me, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I told them, drop it in. I've done, gave thought getting a mindset coach, and and it helped me through this, it helped me through that, and trust me, it worked. You know what I mean, and stuff. And I can't really push it any more to how important it is to do the course, or to get someone that's gonna do that, because trust me, it's like you won't like regret it, your decision from doing something like that, because even if you don't get the move that you wanted, but the lessons that you've learned and the skills that you've learned that you got from it, it's gonna last you a lifetime. So it's all on the player, how much they want to improve. You know what I mean? The other side of football, because it is
life-changing work.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that a player has to wait to be in a bad moment to do the work, or why would it be important for a player to jump now?
To avoid the bad moments. So, as I said, if you're gonna wait to the bad moments, then for you to try it, or for you to do it, your mindset is all wrong towards it. Straight away, you're thinking, I want it to happen now, but it's a process. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen by overnight. You know what I mean? Within a month, it's a process. So, I think if you're gonna try avoid it, or if you've been that player that you've seen the bad moments, you know how it's like, and then you don't know how to deal with it, and you're in a good moment now, it's the best thing for you to jump on now, because you can maybe avoid having that bad patch again.
Prevention work,
uh-huh,
as opposed to saving work.
Yeah.
Okay. Any stories you have for us that one wouldn't know unless they were inside the dressing room? Funny stories from your career that you care to share with us?
I think, as I said, I remember I was at Chesterfield and stuff, and we used to train, and the manager, if the training drill is not going well, and I remember he's calling people, and he's calling all the players in a huddle. He's like shouting at us and swearing and all sorts. Then he's like pointing at us. He goes, "You're all flipping donkeys and stuff." I'm like, and I'm just standing there. I'm 22. So, and we've got all the heads. They got kids. I'm looking around. I'm thinking, you're letting a manager call you a donkey? Like, you got kids. You know what I mean? Like, some of you guys are probably older than him. You're all donkeys. This is crap. This is this. This is that. God, you know what I mean? You think, start saying about, if you think you're safe in this club, you're not. Think because you got 2-3 year contracts. I run the club. And like, he's even said it to one of the players as well, talking about, I think I don't want to say his name, but yeah, we had a game. The player came on, didn't win many headers. Come in the change room, we lost the game. Manager's angry, saying, "You didn't win any headers. I put you on. You didn't win any headers. You're crap." When you came on, players fought back and said, "Listen, well, Gaffer, I did win headers." He's like, "What? Yeah, I did win headers." "No, you didn't. You scored 2 out of 6. It's crap." It goes into in his office. 5 minutes after, comes out, brings out the TV out, puts the game on the TV. Start saying, no, he didn't. He showed him the video. He never played under him again. It's a ruthless game, man.
These are some of the things that people on the outside
Well,
don't get to see or know.
yeah. It's
Unbelievable.
it's crazy, man. And as you said, you get managers that think they're untouchable. Like they're just not normal people. When without the job, if I see you on the road, then I'll just talk to you however I want to talk to you and stuff. So I think some of them forget that. And yeah.
Incredible. I'm going to come to a question I've got for you on that actually in a moment. Bit of an educational section. What are your biggest learnings from football, from your football career?
Let some of the games go. You know what I mean? And I think probably just moving on. When you're high, don't get too high. And when you're low, don't get too low, I think. Even just that, just people say it a lot and people just take it quite lightly if you actually think about the words and stuff like that. And it would probably take you a long way as well. Even one player said to me before, he said, it's how you finish, it's not how you start. People always remember the finish. But although I've heard it before, I think that time it just stuck with me. And I always remember that now from that day. So yeah.
The never get too high, never get too low. Also something you can take with you out in your life in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of lessons from football.
Yeah, and it's just a game, man.
Yeah.
Just a football game. Yeah. It's not the end of the world, is it? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
What advice would you give to players out there, young aspiring players out there right now?
I think like the thing that you said about the stamina of the player,
stamina and the motivation.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I said if you break it down and stuff, it's basically just saying that you gotta keep going. The longer you keep going, the more chance you're gonna have to, of getting where you need to be, where you want to be.
Sure.
So,
the longer you play for, the wider the window of opportunity. Like you say, for you to get to where you want to be. There's been many examples of players at a later stage in their career have ended up at a high level.
Yeah.
Many examples, the ones that keep going and going and
going. Exactly. As I said, I've been in bad places myself. As I said, I've been in the stands, not coming on. And it's week in, week out, you know what I mean? Going loans, not playing. I could have just said, this is not for me, I'm just going to leave it. But I just had that faith and had that belief this is what I was meant to do, this is what I'm meant to be doing. And this is for me, and I made it work again. I always go back to with things like all the time my parents and I spend as well. I want to give them back something as well, you know what I mean? For myself and for them as well. So, yeah, it's not just I quit now, I'm letting them down, not just myself. So, yeah.
Jude Bellingham said it recently, didn't he? He said Jude Bellingham is not made up just of Jude Bellingham. He's made up of many people, his mom, his dad, his family. It sounds like what you're talking about there is, the journey you've been on with all these people that have been by your side.
Even my brothers, just ringing and give me advice there and there. I don't take everything, but I take what I need to take. So, and they all played a part all these years because they don't need to pick up the phone and ring me. So, everyone's kind of played a part. So for me to just turn around and just throw it back to their face, so I'm all right.
On your parents, that's the next question. What advice would you give to any parents or family members of young aspiring players? right now?
I think just gotta make sure your kids are kind of disciplined. Because I had rules in my house. From young, I was never really allowed to go parties. So I never went to no parties, never really drank, never seen my friends like that. I was not out. My parents kind of kept me away from that because they knew the danger of me following my friends, or never really been a follower, but who knows. And yeah, so they kept me from all these distractions that could have happened. And I think that's probably key for a lot of parents raising their kids and stuff, and give them too much freedom. Oh, just go do what you want. You know, go stay at your friends' house, go do what. Party, yeah, go on. And thinking that it's all going to be okay at the end, because it won't. So you got to have some type of rules. Yeah.
Discipline breeds success.
Exactly.
What advice would you give for agents out there?
Stop lying to players, man. Yeah.
Honestly.
So I think probably it's just selling dreams to players. I think that's probably the worst. Selling dreams to players, and you don't need to speak to players until you have something concrete. You know what I mean? I've had agents ring me, tell me this. I don't know. You can tell me you're speaking to Man City. What do you need to tell me that? If it's not done, there's no point. You're wasting my time. Now I'm hoping. Now I'm going on YouTube searching Man City, thinking, oh, Pep could. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. Like, tell me, I've got something. I got something there for you. No, I might have something. And yeah, just tell them the truth. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. And I think some players don't want to hear that. My agent now rings me and tells me, listen, what do you think of the game? I'll tell him, this is. If we are, I thought you were quite poor. I'm not deluded to think I was good when I knew I was poor. I'll tell you I was poor. So a lot of agents lie to players and start telling about, they would want to listen, I thought you was good. Yeah, you didn't really get. Just tell them the truth and just stop lying to players, man.
So be direct, honest, transparent,
yeah,
and deliver only concrete information as and when necessary. Advice for managers dealing with players.
Not everyone's the same. Not every player is the same. I think just knowing how to deal with, with like certain players. Some players want to be spoken to. Some players want to just leave them be. I think just understanding and even just having meetings with players every other week. And yeah, just understanding them and just getting to know players. And I think that's something that managers don't really spend time with players. It's like, you're in training, seeing training after training, that's it, you're gone. Have a meeting, that's it, team meeting. But you don't really know that player, that person. So
does that make a difference, do you think, to the performance of the player?
Yeah, because you'll know how to, kind of get the best out of him if you know the person. So I think managers need to start not the players, but just know the person that you're putting out there to play the game. So
we're talking about communication, building relationships, understanding different social styles, understanding different personalities, characters, and wanting to have some kind of relationship. Do you think that managers are under so much pressure these days that sometimes they neglect that side of things because they're under so much pressure to get the results? Yeah, is that an excuse?
It's not really an excuse because you got Monday to Friday. It only takes you one day, 1 day a week. You know what I mean? Because you doing that, you'll get the result on Saturday. The more you learn about the player, the more chance you probably might get the result. So, but if you don't really look at that as that's important, the result. So if you get sacked at the end of it, I'm just thinking, if you're a manager, your whole thing should be about the players. And that's it.
They're the ones who've got to go out
Exactly.
on the pitch. And finally, advice for fans from a player's perspective.
Oof. Fans are fans, man. We don't ever try get involved with fans. If it was easy, you would have been playing it. That's for fans. If it was easy, you would have been playing.
So appreciate and understand the difficulty of what the players actually achieved to reach any kind of level, and essentially just show as much support, and help and love, because no one goes out there want to be bad. I think just again understanding. No one wants to go there and not give their all, because they get paid to do that. So if they're having a tough time, just be understanding that it's a tough time. Support them.
Yeah.
Last couple of things before we close. Finish this sentence. I love football because
it brings me joy. Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice. And finally, who would you next want to see on the podcast?
I think PK, man. I want to hear his story. I want to hear his journey. So, yeah.
So PK, Peter Kyozo, to clarify.
Yeah.
Oxford United's flying right back.
Yeah. Not PK Humble. PK.
The real PK.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Marcus, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
I have. It's been nice telling my story. So yeah.
We've really enjoyed having you on. It's been fantastic.
Thank you.
Really, really, really good. And I think that you've shared some really insightful, valuable, priceless knowledge and wisdom that a lot of our listeners will be able to learn some important lessons from, and hopefully take forward with them on their journey as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. It's been great having you here with us. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.